Hello everybody, welcome to your tarot reading today. So this collective reading is going to be about what you need to cleanse right now. And it could have to do with what needs to be cleansed for you to make a clear connection with your soul communication, but it could just be what is the most important thing for you to cleanse right now. So we'll get into your choices now. So group 1 is this rosewood essential oil. Group 2, lavender essential oil. And group 3 is the tea tree oil. Okay, so take your time choosing your reading, use your intuition, and I'll see you at your group. Hello group 1, those of you who chose the rosewood essential oil, thank you so much for being here. So let's get started on your reading and have a look at what you need to cleanse, group 1. Okay, so the first card is the Four of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Ooh. Interesting. The Magician is hopping out of the deck. Okay, so that's to clarify the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. Okay, so let's get started. So the Four of Pentacles, interesting, they might come out in most of the readings because it's representing the block. So what you have to clear, group 1, is a block, and once clearing that, restore your ability to create and to manifest and to really mold and shape your life in a very powerful, accurate, and efficient way. So it's all an escrow for you, but you are backed up because you are stuck on, how do we say? There's something that didn't work out for you. So you had a dream, a vision, an intention, and you got to a certain point with it and you realized it wasn't true, it wasn't the case, and you had to let it go and move on. But a part of you is still glued to it, wishing and waiting and hoping, even though you understand that it can't be. So disappointment is something that might be keeping you stuck, so it's difficult to actually accept the truth, even though you're not fully okay with the way that things turned out. So you might be blaming yourself a little bit, or thinking, well, if only I'd been stronger or smarter, this wouldn't have happened. But that's really not the case. This was just a sequence of events that was part of your journey, and you need to call out the lessons that were there for you so that you can move forward, and kind of accept what happened, like really truly accept it without any blame for yourself so that you can actually move forward. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. What was this actually about? What was the life circumstance that didn't work out for group 1? Okay, so clarifying the Queen of Pentacles is the Six of Wands. You thought you were going to make it, so you put all your eggs into this basket. Okay. Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, which is clarifying the Four of Pentacles, so the block. So this might have been about money for you. Maybe there was a business project that you endeavored on, or a business partnership that you decided to engage with. Maybe you were bamboozled, like maybe you were talked into a dream, and when you actually got into the territory, into the playground, you realized that things were not going to be as easy as they were told. And you went into a battle mode trying to fix or resolve the situation, but it may have pushed you further in. So you could be dealing with some uncomfortable aftermaths at the moment. But I would say your energy is still present, your abilities are still present. You're very capable, group 1. And nothing actually went wrong. So your only job here is to cut yourself loose from the situation. Maybe financially, maybe legally, but mostly here what's reading is psychologically. You need to disengage completely, call all your energy back to you so that you can really step out of this and then step forward. Because right now it's like you're trying to move forward on your path, but you're actually moving into a detour that has a dead end. And it's really hard to move through to get to the end of this like false path that you're walking. And you don't need to do that. You just need to let go and recalibrate yourself, get back on your straight and narrow path, and get back on your true path after you disconnect and detach from this little hiccup. Okay, so let's see if there's any final advice for you, group 1. Okay, the 10 of Wands. It's like the way these cards are behaving. They're coming out like with a nice punch of energy, and then they're trying to hide back in. So you probably already know the truth. You just are not quite allowing yourself to see it. So what we've got here, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Hierophant cards. So final advice for you, group 1. You'll be much, much, much happier when you finally tell yourself the truth about this situation. That is your key to drop the burden and move forward. So stop tricking yourself, stop lying to yourself, stop telling yourself, oh, if I just push harder this way, or if I just try this, or strategize like that, or maybe this opportunity will present itself. Stop with the false hope in the situation. So if this doesn't resonate, just disregard. But if you are in a project or a partnership or some kind of contractual relationship where it feels like it is not working and you are just kicking tires, or you're putting energy in and nothing is coming back to you, drop the false hope and see the situation for what it truly is, so that you can do what really needs to be done to get yourself out of the false path and back onto your true timeline. Okay, so that is all I have for you, group 1. Thank you so much. If you liked the reading, if it resonated for you, please feel free to like, to subscribe, to comment below. Let me know if it resonated for you. And I'll see you later. Thanks so much, group 1. Hello, group 2. Those of you who chose the lavender essential oil, thank you so much for being here today. Welcome. So let's get started on your reading and have a look at what you need to clear right now, group 2. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Cups, interesting start. Empress in reverse. Oh, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay, let's clarify the 9 of Cups, please. Okay. Queen of Wands. Oops. No, that's too many. say it's clarified enough, so let's just go for it. All right, so it looks like you're in a very good place right now, actually, group 2. You might be enjoying the fruits of your labor, feeling like you've got a lot of satisfaction or balance, or just like a good sense of pleasure in your life. So the indulgence is there and you're not feeling deprived or hungry in any way. And your creativity, this could be in reference to your creativity as well, is flowing quite nicely. You have a nice open channel and things are feeling overall good, smooth, and breezy for you. Now, what you need to release looks like a little bit of attachment. So maybe you're so happy about how well things are going for you, or you're so grateful for what you've acquired or accomplished in your life that there's that little bit of fear coming in through the back door, and it's starting to transform itself into attachment. So we need to practice not becoming attached to what we have and remembering that everything that we experience is impermanent, really. The only constant we have is change. So eventually what you have will transform, it will shift, and it may very well shift into something even better, even more beautiful. But don't block the flow of things by becoming very, very attached to what is here and now. Remember that it could become better if you just let it breathe a little bit. So the shadow side of that could be that there's a fear of loss. There could be a fear of scarcity coming through, where it seems like it's unusual for you, or you're not used to doing so well, so you might be worried that it's a mistake or you're not worthy of all of this. But believe me, you are. You just need to upgrade this energy of like, yes, I've got it and I'm enjoying it, into this is how it's supposed to be, and it's just going to keep going. Like, expect and trust that life will give to you when you're running your own energies properly, which it seems that you have been. There's just this undercurrent of fear behind all of it that it won't last. So you're going into attachment, as I've said. Okay, so let's see what... Ooh, should we take that one? What advice is there for you, group 2? Page of Pentacles. So look forward to your future. Fool in reverse. Interesting. Without expectations. Let every moment be like a new, fresh, clean slate. So it would be very healing for you to live with that Zen attitude, that there is no past, the future doesn't exist yet. There's like the only real here and now moment. And that'll help you to heal this attachment and also fear of loss, because fear of loss is an anticipation of something happening in the future. So just try to disconnect from all of that projection into any direction of time other than now. Enjoy the now. Yeah, we'll take this one. 4 of Cups, and let me just get those drop cards. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think I need to draw the 8 of Pentacles for you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's just make some room here. Okay, so the other thing that needs to be released is when things have gone wrong in the past. So it's like you've taken your previous experiences and you've done a really good job of developing yourself and learning from them, because you've taken this reversed 4 of Cups and here you are now. You've converted it, right? You've transformed it into the upright 9. So you've done a very, very good job here with timed, skilled labor. So you've done a very stable process of work. It's not like you've just been firing off and you lucked out. You've actually earned your keep. So that should be reassuring for you to hear, that you've got a nice, stable foundation, that everything's okay. And maybe where you've got echoes from the childhood, this can happen sometimes. of things having been chaotic or unpredictable, having the rug pulled out from under you constantly, it becomes an unconscious expectation that we have. So there might be a negative association you got with things being stable and good from the past, that being, Pavlovian conditioning. The moment things are good, something destroys it. So that's not the case here at all, at all, at all. At all. You don't have to cling or be attached. You're safe now. Everything's worked out and healed. You've done the work that you need to do to actually get here. So there's no trouble for you here. You've blessed yourself. You've become blessed. So now that things are good, right? We need a new association here. Okay. Ooh, final advice for you, group 2. Queen of Swords in reverse. High Priestess. Okay, interesting. Also in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting here is you don't need to push too hard, and you don't need to try too hard to overanalyze or overthink or be like the most genius in the situation. You can be a little bit more playful and a little bit more open-hearted, and things will come to you more naturally in that state. You're trying, because of this fear of loss, you're wanting to navigate and map out the entire territory ahead of time. You're being hyper-vigilant, and you're using a lot of mental activity to do that, and it's blocking off your intuition and closing your heart. So along with releasing attachment, you also need to release fear of loss or fear of fill in the blank, whatever it's for you. But what I'm feeling here for the majority is fear of loss. And get, like we've been discussing, get back into the here and now and move forward with gratitude, enjoyment, appreciation, and thoughts of how to expand what you've got, how to evolve what you've got. Continue with this ability that you have to do 8 of Pentacles, stable growth, and don't analyze so much. You can be aware, you can be objective, you can be logical, all of that stuff. It doesn't need to go away, but don't overuse your mind or overplan to the point that you're disrupting your intuitive ability. Don't close your spiritual conduit, because that's what's going to transform this 9 of Cups into the 10, right? Into the ultimate happiness for you. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much, group 2. If this resonated, please feel free to leave a comment below. You can like, you can subscribe. I'm going to be creating a lot more content, not just tarot readings. And if you want to know more about me or meet for a session online, you can have a look at the details below. Okay? Thanks so much, group 2. Hello, group 2. Those of you who chose the tea tree oil, thank you so much for being here. So let's get started on your reading and have a look, group 3, at what it is that you need to release right now. Oh, interesting. So 10 of Cups coming out first in reverse. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. The expected card for the block reading. Okay. Or the release reading. 7 of Cups and Temperance. Interesting. All right. Okay, so it feels, group 1, like you've got a lot of mess, I would say. I don't mean that in a rude way, but there's a lot of noise, a lot of ideas going on in your mind about how things should be, how they're supposed to be, how they could be, and you're cycling through all kinds of options and possibilities, and that's the thing that you need to release. Once you do that, you will have a really, really beautiful healing, like a mental level healing, and you'll be able to line back up with what's right and true for you, because at the moment it's just too hard for you to see you're not really getting a clear picture of what your true happiness is. And so you are like just really going in circles, spinning your wheels, trying to figure out what that could be. Is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? You know? But none of it is really hitting the mark for you. It's not feeling like that beautiful upright Ten of Cups that you're after. So let's see what is causing this vision to be in full reverse for you. Okay, Six of Swords in reverse. Maybe something that you're not, oh dear, not letting yourself let go of. Yeah, so maybe there's some anxieties in the way, or some grief, some unprocessed loss. Again, this seems to be a theme across, I think it was I can't remember, group 1 or 2. There was some story about loss. I think it was group 1. So you may want to cross-watch that one, but okay. Yeah, you've got some grieving to do. You've just got some grieving to do where you can process what happened, process the loss. You don't need to move into any strange directions. You don't have to act on any of these impulses or ideas if they don't feel quite right. You know, if they're ideas, they're not intuitions or inspirations. You don't need to form a plan on them necessarily. It's a good time to just be earthy, slow, grounded, one thing at a time. There could be like some suppressed anger that's blocking you underneath the grief, so you're feeling like very sad about something not having worked out, or just like slipped through your fingers, and that's really disoriented you. And you could also be blaming or holding on to anger, wanting to fight against the circumstances, or trying to find a way to like make it different. But you need to remember that it's done, it's complete, the situation's unfolded as it has, and there's nothing you can do about what was, except let yourself to heal emotionally, meaning feel what you're feeling, be present to what that experience was. Sorry, not what that experience was, but what you're experiencing emotionally, internally. Don't do this where you're trying to guess what the next step should be. Just cut that out and go into your inner world. Feel the emotions that are alive in your body, asking for attention and presence. And once you flush those through, things will become clearer again. So you don't need to guess. And you don't need to make any like emergency hop steps, skipping steps. You don't need to do that. Just feel the unpleasant that needs to be felt, and then you'll clarify your intuition once again. Okay, so let's see if there's any final advice for you. Group 3. Take that. That's a lot. Fewer, please. Queen of Swords, again, that came out in group 2. Oh, and the Seven of Swords, interesting. Maybe you're very, very clever with your mind, group 3, so you're compartmentalizing, you're blocking off what it is that you don't want to see, what you don't want to know. Maybe you're very good at using your mind to avoid what it is that you don't want to think about and therefore feel about. Yeah, and that needs to stop. See, the illusion you've got is that if you can continue tricking yourself out of these thoughts, that you'll be able to move forward through one of these like options that you're concocting, but they're not true doorways, they're false portals. You need to upright this vision, and the only way to do that is to like have a nice big hooly clearing, like get right into the thick of your emotional experience. And like it could be like a matter of 20-30 minutes of processing, and you'll be on the other side in like fresh clean air and empty space, like clear space. So, and you can have a clear mind again without having to lie to yourself or like trick or just like try new ideas, hopping from thing to thing. like hot potato, right? Just to avoid the pain that you're trying to avoid. See, the pain's not even, well, it's showing up here in the Nine of Swords, but it's interesting how I laid out the cards, right? I'm doing it intuitively, reading intuitively, and I put the Queen of Swords directly on this 9. So this is the grief and the pain that you're hiding with your very cunning, intelligent, I don't mean that in a rude way, but like you're a very, very smart person. So you know how to use your mind, and in this case you're using it to avoid pain and using it against yourself. So tell yourself the truth, let yourself feel the truth more accurately, and like you wash away all of this pain. You don't need to keep holding it inside. There's really no sense in doing that, because you're creating this like suppressed, noxious gas process, and you're not even seeing your truth. So you're going to choose false paths unless you let yourself heal and release this emotional pain and these blocks. I feel like you need another card, group 3. Okay, that wasn't quite coming through. That was the 5 of Swords. So that might be how it feels underneath for you. If we scratch the surface. So final card, final advice, please, for group 3. Queen of Wands in reverse. All right, so this is a bit of like a course correction message here with your inner life. It feels like you may believe that you're damaged, or that whatever you went through has damaged your ability to create what you want. So there's a little bit of powerlessness in this, or like a self-belief that's undermining, where you think that you have a mark on you now, or you've been marked, and so you cannot have what you want. And maybe that's why you're trying for these strange alternatives that aren't in full alignment with you. But that's really, 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 really not the case. It's really not the case. You just need a nice, deep healing. You're not marked, you're not dark, nothing's gone wrong. You're just compressing painful emotion internally, and then that's what's resonating through you and emanating from you. And the better you are hiding it from your conscious awareness, the more it's going to function in a way that feels like creepy and unwanted. So we just got to shine a light on what you're feeling and heal that through. That's it. And then you'll be feeling this beautiful wellness once again, because it's available to you. You're just stopping it by not wanting to feel. Okay, yeah, that feels complete now. Thank you so much, group 3. I really wish you well. Take good care of yourself. If you like this video, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe. If it resonated for you, please comment below. I'd really like to hear from you. And if you want to meet online for a personal consultation, we can have a chat, and you can see those details below in the description box as well. So thank you so much, group 3.